What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Sinister me back with another video, man. Today we are going to be reacting to some Trap Lord Ross clips, man. Kill while sliding, the death of Lil Jeff, man. AKA Bloodhound Lil Jeff, you know what I'm saying? He just passed away in, I believe, June. That wasn't too long, excuse me. That wasn't too long ago. Apparently Bloodhound Jeff and a few others, they were running up on somebody. I don't know. I don't care who. Man, the video is on Reddit. That's all I'm gonna fucking say. The videos are on Reddit. If y'all want to watch that shit, for your own sake, go ahead. But I'm not gonna pull that up, or at least nobody probably gonna pull it up on YouTube because it's too graphic, obviously. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn that bell. Hope y'all having a safe and blessed, what is it, Tuesday? Yeah. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn that bell. Wait, I already said that shit. Let's go. Oh shit, we turn it off. Yeah.
Lil Jeff's strategy of bragging about his insane body count in his songs and acting wild in his interviews was picking up steam. He'd already been going viral for his clip sniffing a pill on DJU, and on the 1st of June, a YouTuber called Blender Bars dropped a video that was reposted on Reddit claiming that Lil Jeff had indeed 11th body during his LA trip.
Bro, bro, that's more, bro, this motherfucker, he did a drill in between trips to Los Angeles. Bro, he did more than Vaughn, but like he wasn't like more reckless though. But like even though they claimed that he had like 10 or 11 bodies, even though like I think Vaughn had like 7. Correct me if I'm wrong, like 6 or 7. I think Vaughn had like 7 that he actually did. I reacted to the documentary. But this was like a while back. Like it's like further back. But Vaughn was like a lot more like out of control with his tweets and his shit. Bloodhound seemed like he was like a little more calmer with his shit. Like he was on live dissing and shit. Same thing Vaughn was doing, but you know, I can't really. Yeah.
Did a drill between these two trips to Los Angeles, and being one of the earliest exposés of Lil Jeff's staggering stats as a Chicago gang assassin.
He claimed to have 10 bodies at least, and we have lyrics to match up with 2 of the bodies that he proudly claims after the ops supposedly hit a lick for some of his watches.
By June the 3rd, his music video for the track Should Have Saw It had 199,000 views, passing 200k the following day. Jeff was having the motion in music. Whilst this was only the beginning, he clearly had a lot of potential in the rap game. Unfortunately, however, as he often rapped himself, he was always more focused on the streets than the music, and only a few days later, he would end up on the wrong side of the sort of drills he usually was dishing out on the streets. On the 8th of June 2024, everything came crashing down for Lil Jeff and the Bloodhounds in dramatic fashion. After countless lyrics about jumping out of the car as soon as he sees his ops and shooting at them, the 8th of June was a day like no other, and in surveillance footage that was later leaked, we saw this was another day when Jeff, Q50, and another man indeed caught one of their ops, jumping out of the car outside of an address on South Rhodes Avenue, a street that Jeff and his friends had boastfully rapped about shooting up numerous times before. In the footage, if you look at the very top left of the frame, you can see a door of a car opening. This is Lil Jeff jumping out of the car, and he immediately begins shooting at a man wearing bright yellow shorts, who ducks behind a car and runs up a porch into a house, whilst being chased by Jeff, who continues shooting at him. He would then seemingly be chased by Jeff wearing a black Nike Tech hoodie and grey Nike Tech joggers and pointing a gun, with Jeff doing something that he had indeed rapped about doing numerous times, chasing an op into
I would have ran inside his home if my gun didn't click. Yo, he really rapping that shit like he was really on that King Von shit, man.
But at this point, Lil Jeff got something he didn't bargain for, as someone inside the house would begin to open fire on Jeff, neutralizing him before he even made it up the steps, sending him flying back onto the ground at the bottom of the porch. And here on the ground, Jeff was reportedly shot numerous times, with the implication being that his shooters emptied a whole magazine into him from atop the porch. Then, we would see another angle from a different camera, which recorded the sounds of the shots being fired into Jeff, as well as showing Q50 and another shooter, as well as the driver on the hit behind Jeff, walking to the porch and returning fire, with Q50 seemingly shooting at a passing car for some reason, likely in this moment earning himself an attempted murder charge. Some have suggested that the original target that Jeff had chased was talking to the person driving in the car that Q50 was shooting at as it drove past. Meanwhile, Once the driver of the getaway car notices that Jeff has actually been killed on the ground, getting out to look, before all the men realize that it's too late to save Jeff, running back to the car, getting in, and fleeing the scene without Jeff, as shots continue to hit Jeff laying on the ground. Interestingly, the camera angle would later
So even after he dead, like, bro still kept looking at him. That's crazy.
Showing that when Q50 initially ran towards the porch, he slipped over and fell as he tried to let off shots, injuring his ankle, with Q50 being seen with a limp as he ran back to the
Oh,
While Jeff was
yeah.
laying on the ground, he would reportedly be hit 19 times and an insane total of 50.
58 shell casings, bro. Damn.
They made the best out of a bad situation.
Let's start this party.
58 shell casings would ultimately be found at the scene of the shootout.
58.
Reports of the shooting
Damn.
began to circulate on Twitter, and police scanner audio would describe a chaotic scene. A later video by YouTuber Loyalty and Betrayal would actually do a full breakdown of the scanner audio.
302 Sam, we're getting 12 rounds, 6639 South Roads.
Straight 10. Anybody going there, be careful, this might be crossfire.
And, yep. Per 310, anybody heading over there to roads, use caution because this may be crossfire, and now we getting a person shot, 6647 South Roads.
306 Sam, we got multiple casings, 6641 South Roads, on the front porch and the sidewalk.
Multiple shell cases,
Oh, my fault.
6641 South Roads, on the front and the sidewalk, on the front porch as well. 6641 South Roads. Alright, they saying somebody's doing a self-transport right now. They're telling my partner on the phone. We're trying to figure out what car took them. 306 Adam.
Yeah, 306 Adam. One of the residents at 6641 says they threw a guy in a car and they're on their way to the hospital. I got some blood drops on 6641.
Black SUV, Adam, Lincoln King, 3937, Wisconsin Place, just dropped off a victim at UFC. They're going northbound on Maryland. A black SUV with Wisconsin Place, Adam, Lincoln King, 3937, northbound Maryland. For a black SUV, Adam, Lincoln King, 3937 with Wisconsin Place, they just dropped off a victim at UFC that was shot. And that vehicle stolen.
Footage would later circulate showing the Chicago police combing the crime scene, placing a whole bunch of evidence markers where the many shell casings had been left. But interestingly, at the crime scene, Jeff's body was notably absent. That's because apparently Q50 and the other man seemingly took Jeff's body to the hospital after the shootout, somehow managing to spin the block, coming back, and retrieving Jeff's body from the porch where he died without taking any more bullets themselves.
Damn.
Images would later go around online, which seemingly showed Q50 and the other man carrying Jeff's body into the hospital. But it didn't take long for the dust to settle on the actual shooting before the footage of the shooting began circulating on Reddit's Chiracology subreddit, where many were quick to give their perspective on this wild modern-day shootout captured on camera, with many suggesting that Jeff and the Bloodhounds had actually underestimated their opposition and ended up outgunned after being overzealous. As one commenter put it, honestly, the video puts it more out of the actual perspective of what it looked like in real life, because cameras only see a certain angle. They actually were only like 20 foot behind him, with the car being like 80 foot at most. They were behind him, he just ran ahead and got overzealous and got blasted for it. Hindsight is 2020, my G. Granted, they did turn back the minute they realized there was more opposition than they thought, but by that point, they were in a full-blown shootout. Dude in the red got hit, and they were in the middle of the road with only cars for cover. Once they realized they were outgunned and got to the car, is when Jeff got fully overkilled, and the dude in the white saw it all and let the switch off a few times in a futile attempt. No one's fault but Jeff, and he literally got instant karma. For those that knew Lil Jeff and his activities in the streets, they would know what was to come next. The day after his death, on the 9th of June 2024, Jeff's close family members and friends would react to his death with heartbreak, with some saying that they were staring at his picture in disbelief and saying that his brother Jay Boogie is going to lose his mind when he finds out the news. Jeff's dad posted throwback images of Jeff with his half-brothers together with the caption, F the world. Q50 would say that his brother and twin is gone, but he's already done crying and planning to do exactly what Jeff told him to do. Vert would later discuss how Jeff's death affected him in a DJU interview where he seemed a little intoxicated and slurring, explaining that everything was still going on.
We saw, I guess, what happened on camera or whatever. Lil Jeff lost his life. How has that affected you, since?
His brother is my twin. You know, I don't feel that shit hurt. It's my brother, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, I can't stop. For what? I'm gonna stop for. They want me to be stopped. They want me, you know? This shit don't stop. It all gonna still go on. Brother gonna live through us, you know? My brother. I feel with a big face pendant on my shorty. You hear me? So I'm on right there.
At some point, a vigil and balloon release was held in Jeff's honor, and a day later, on the 10th of June, a Bloodhound member would say that all the ops saluted Jeff for the work he put in on the streets and hinted towards revenge coming soon. And Jeff's dad would even respond on Facebook with an eerie post saying, "Let it be known, y'all didn't get him, he came trying to get y'all, what happened happened." But the saga continues, clear the streets, with some in the comments in disbelief that a father would be talking about his son like he was one of his homies in the gang, branding Jeff's father a goofy who actually failed his child. But Jeff's dad wasn't the only person with a connection to Jeff acting tough online. On the 18th of June 2024, a Bloodhound member says that they are the reason that the ops merch it on their friends. Then, on the 22nd of June 2024, Lil Jeff's funeral would take place, and images would circulate on social media showing the flower arrangements in the funeral program, as well as pictures of Jeff in his casket going around online, whilst others shared supposed buttons giving out which called Jeff the Reaper. His girlfriend would seemingly drop the Y in front of his flower arrangement, and a moving tribute would be passed around from the service, which would tell all the details of his life, apart from the most salacious ones. It read, "Jeffrey Lamar Harris, affectionately known as Lil Jeff, was born on July the 14th, 2002, at 11 a.m. to Latasha Lucas and Jeffrey Harris in Chicago, Illinois. From the moment he arrived, Jeffrey was a happy, intelligent baby who loved to laugh and bring joy to those around him. Jeffrey began his educational journey at CICS Longwood and graduated from Harold Washington Elementary School. He continued his studies at Kersey Metropolitan High School, graduating in 2020, and later took online classes at Daly College. Basketball was one of Jeffrey's greatest passions, and he spent his summers playing with AAU and dedicated his free time to the court, continuing his basketball career through his junior year of high school. Another favorite pastime was video gaming, where his friends fondly remember his eyes being glued to the screen. Lil Jeff was known for his deep affection and kind-hearted nature. He had a generous spirit, always willing to give his last to someone in need, and his silly side showed through his jokes and funny stories, leaving a lasting impression on anyone who spent time with him. Music was another of Jeffrey's passions, and his talent in analysing and performing music earned him a record deal. His suave sense of style ensured that he was always in the latest fashion and newest shoes. Family was everything to Jeffrey, and he adored his niece, Ja'ala. He was always drawn back home, craving his mother's affection. Jeffrey was truly the life of the party, bringing joy to his family and friends. In 2021, Jeffrey met Peyton, and they became inseparable. Despite their growing pains, their love for each other was deep and genuine, with Peyton holding a special place in his heart. Jeffrey performed his last concert and walked into eternity on June the 8th, 2024. He was preceded in death by his grandmother, Regina, and loving cousins, Jamarion and Zaire. And Jeffrey leaves behind to cherish his memory his mother Letitia and his father Jeffrey Sr., his grandmother Sherry, his aunts Tequila, Nikia, Tisha, Alicia, Deneen, his uncle Brandon, his brothers John, Jakari, Shadari, his nieces Aubrey and Jaya, and his girlfriend Peyton, and a host of family, friends and loved ones. Thank you for attending his last concert. Long live Lil Jeff. But the funeral wouldn't be without drama, however. Apparently, a fight would break out between some women who had been attending the service, with clips circulating online amid rumours that Jeff's girlfriend and his side chick had been involved in an altercation. Whilst Jeff had been laid to rest, the beef was far from over, and disrespect would still fly from surviving members. The apparently made a mural for Jeff, with 8 Train Mob members recording themselves destroying it, followed by reports that 2 men from 8 Train Mob were shot in retaliation within 3 hours. But despite Lil Jeff no longer being a threat on the streets, his music would continue bringing his murderous energy to the streets of Chicago, even after life.
Damn, man. I mean, you can't really blame people for, or you can't really blame, like, so they was chasing somebody, like, they wasn't the victims. Like, I'm not disrespecting Jeff, man, but karma came back to bite him. I mean, like any other rapper, like any other drill rapper, like you listen to, like they rap about having bodies and stuff, and they end up getting killed, bro. It's nothing special, like for real. But though, like long live Jeff though, and everybody that died in this video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on that bell. Hope you're having a safe and blessed Tuesday today, man. And I'm out, man. Peace.